Fauzia Khan is a member of parliament of NCP Sharad Pawar faction, and she's joining us live on this broadcast. Thank you so much for speaking to NDTV, Ms. Khan. I want to understand from you that the larger intent of the government seems to be administrative correctness in bringing this legislation. They are trying to make a distinction that this is about land reforms and not really an interference in the affairs of the minorities. Is the opposition which is coming in from the parties like yours, keeping in mind particularly the vote bank, you realize that the minorities are fearful of this legislation?
I don't think it's like that. It's not for vote bank politics at all. Actually, the responsibility of a political party is to safeguard the interests of every community in the nation, every individual in the nation, and to save the values of the Constitution. That's our foremost duty. Now, this bill that has been brought, they say it is with intentions of reform and empowerment and development. But what I feel is that this is not actually the intent of the government behind it. It's the land. It's the land that they are looking at. And this land, if you see from the Muslim community's point of view, these are lands that have been donated in the name of the Almighty for religious purposes, for charitable purposes by our forefathers. And now these lands, which actually are for the use of mosques and graveyards and dargahs and ashur khanas and other religious purposes. These lands, if you say that this is not actually a religious body at all, Kiran Rijiju ji in the parliament has said that Waqf board is not a religious organization. It's a statutory body. And this statutory body is actually governing the religious bodies that are the individual institutions of Waqf. I think this is a misleading fact because Waqf boards govern this. So obviously, they are also religious bodies, is our contention. And if they are religious bodies, interference by the government in religious institutions is uncalled for, it is unconstitutional. It is a contravention of Article 26. So this is what is happening. In the beginning, a narrative is built, a very strong narrative, a negative, hateful, full of hatred, that Waqf boards are perpetrators, Waqf boards are land grabbers, Waqf board kahin bhi haath rakh do, ungli rakh do, and the land is yours. This kind of statements are being made by everybody from the treasury benches. But the fact is that, you know, when you make a claim on any land, when the Waqf board is making a claim, that means the Waqf board is not speaking in the air. There are certain documents that historical evidences. There are endowment deeds, there are Waqfnamas, there are some royal grants given by some emperors. There are modern survey records. There's a gazette which was made in 1974, which enlisted all the properties after a survey by the government. And also for a long use, which is called Waqf by user. Now, this Waqf by user is also recognized in Hindu endowments, by the way. So, with these evidences, if not even Waqf boards are not initiating the claim also in many places, like Tamil Nadu, what one district was mentioned in the parliament, that a farmer's land, when he went to sell it, the sub-registrar told him that you will have to get an NOC from the Waqf board. Why did this sub-registrar tell him that? It's because the sub-registrar had some documents. And this is a revenue official. This is not the Waqf board.
Okay.
But because of the presence of these records in the revenue department, a person is told to go and get an NOC from Waqf board. What is wrong there? If their name is there on a certain record, then obviously they will need an NOC. That is the most, responsible thing to do. But then when the Waqf boards are okay, let us examine whether it's Waqf land or not. When they take up a case like this, then they are told that they are land grabbers. And one more thing is that the maximum number of Waqf properties are encroached upon. So if they are encroached upon and the Waqf board possesses certain ownership documents, then if they claim that this encroachment be removed, they become land grabbers. This is the wrong narrative that's being spread.
My next question to you emanates from the fact that the BMC elections are likely to take place perhaps in the next few months or later this year. That's where the sense is that the opposition to this legislation is keeping in mind that there could be something more that the Mahavikas Aghadi may be looking at politically.
See, we shouldn't be seeing everything from a political angle. Elections are not an ultimate goal of any political party. A political party like ours believes in maintaining the values of democracy. And the acid test of democracy is that the minorities in a nation feel secure. They don't feel fearful. Today, this Waqf Amendment Bill has brought in a sense of despair among the Muslim community. They are absolutely shattered and they do not know what to do. As it is, there is a narrative of hatred everywhere, in every sector, through cinema, through social media, through mainstream media, everywhere. About Muslims, the wrong narrative is being spread. There is bulldozer justice. There is a lot of wrong things that are being propagated and images being built. They are demonized. So as it is, they are fearful in this nation. Now, who will take care that these people, minorities means they just are not Muslims. They are Christians, they are Sikhs, they are Parsis, they are Jains, they are Buddhists. Even in Bodh Gaya, there's an agitation going on that we do not want non-Buddhists on our governance structure. So they are demanding a change in the legislation that was, just after independence.
All right, Ms. Fauzia Khan, really appreciate your time here on NDTV.